I figured I might as well record this now because I gotta pick up my kid in about 40 minutes. This is like my brief period of solitude. So this YouTube channel, I kind of made it with a few kind of mixed goals and then kind of forgot about it over the summer. I guess I wanted to do an art vlog and kind of talk about the difficulties of being an artist and the ups and downs and what I go through when I make art and stuff that, I don't know, I kind of like to hear from other artists, especially now I'm looking for representation and trying to get things published and trying to, make money. And I'm thankful for the people that I know and the connections I have, but a lot of people don't have that, or at least don't know where to start looking for it. And I don't know, I think it's good. It's helpful to hear about artists struggling and feeling strong emotions and breaking down and that kind of stuff. I think it's good. The previous video was like a tutorial of how to buy a sketchbook, and that was kind of my husband's idea. I thought I just wanted to do, show the process of paintings and try to be as honest as possible, and my husband kind of felt like I should do tutorials for like high school students, kids who are interested in art and feel overwhelmed or intimidated by some of the stuff that they find online, tutorials that they find online. And I might do more of those, but this was more kind of what I wanted to do. And it's been a long time. Over the summer, it was just me and my kid, and God, I hate recording audios with other people in the house. I don't know why, it's going to be posted online, but when they're actually here and I'm talking, it's just a little weird. So anyway, I have this little chunk of time, so I thought I would talk. I'll probably put this over painting video or something. I had 2 conversations today and an email conversation a couple days ago from some kind of connections through my school, and all 3 of them are professional illustrators. 2 of them are kids book illustrators, and then one of them is I think she mostly does editorial. But I was asking him for advice, and I was like, hey, I have this kids book. I want to do book covers, and, what should I be doing? What am I doing wrong? How do I find an agent? That was always something that was really confusing in school. They talked about how to be good, but then they didn't really talk about how to, do the career stuff as much. Maybe they did. Maybe I was just a bad student. Anyway, I got some really good advice. They all said that my website needs to be better organized. I need to have more pieces in my portfolio. If I want to do kids books, I really need to build that body of work. And even the sci-fi fantasy stuff that I do, I need more of it, which is good news because that's exactly what I was planning on doing. I'm reading Brandon Sanderson stuff again because I know a lot of people want me to do more Brandon Sanderson fan art, so that stuff is coming. I'm working on a Legion painting right now, and a Three Musketeers painting because I just finished the Three Musketeers. I'm working on a second kids book dummy that I'm sending out, and then I actually have a second kids book idea. I don't know what I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do that. What else? Yesterday was rough. Yesterday was like my everything I do is terrible and I hate myself kind of day. I had this weird experience. I emailed there's this artist online, and I don't follow her, but I was a fan of her husband and found her through him. But I know who she is, and she had done this painting, and I swear I saw it 10 times. It was everywhere. I saw it from Tor, and I saw it on DeviantArt, and I saw it on Twitter 3 times, and I was like, I have seen this painting so many times, and I'm not looking for it, and that's really impressive. How does she do that? So I emailed her and asked. She was really cool. She was really nice about it and kind of gave me some tips, and I was like, yeah, that's really good advice. And then for whatever reason, I got super jealous. I was like, man, why don't I have my stuff together? And I just felt I don't know, really self-conscious all of a sudden. And I was like, I can't even keep my house clean. And I wear all these old clothes, and everything I do, I don't do a good job. And I just started getting really down on myself and just kind of crumpling yesterday. And I was supposed to talk to someone else on the phone yesterday. And I'm kind of thankful that it didn't happen because I was in such a strange mood. And I have this happens I have days like this once a week or something. It happens pretty constantly, and I think a lot of artists have this, but they don't really talk about it because it really sucks. It's we kind of have highs and lows, especially while we're working on something specific. And like a project or a painting, it's just it's really easy to just feel like when things aren't working, you're stuck or drawing's not quite working, you just go, I've sacrificed so much to be able to do this one thing. I don't organize my garage or clean up the backyard or wash the car, or I might not make dinner tonight. I might just make something really easy or order food. And so I'm not doing these other things that maybe I could be doing. And it's so that I can make this painting. And then I'm not making the painting. And I think there's a lot of guilt, involved with having trouble working. But I feel a lot better today. This was yesterday. And today I just feel more I don't know, all the advice is starting to set in. I mean, I've gotten advice from 5 different people in the last couple weeks that I've kind of reached out to and been asking questions. And I think that that's really important. It's really important to not be afraid to ask questions, not be afraid to reach out to people that you admire or that you respect as artists, because the illustration community is really, really kind. We like to hold each other up and we like to pay it forward. And all that advice that I got kind of put me back on a track, put me, I know what I need to do next. I know what the next steps are. I know what I need to improve. And that's a good feeling. And I think maybe it took a day for it to kind of sink into my brain. And so today I thought, you know what, these artists are, they've made it as by my standards, and they're making money and everything, but they're also helping me. And they're a part of my community, and they took time and gave me this new information, and that's kind of amazing. It makes me feel kind of lifted up, and I guess it makes me feel a step closer to my goal, which is to be a professional book illustrator. So yeah, this week has definitely had some ups and downs. I'm working on the kids' book mostly. Now I'm working on some other stuff, so I'll be able to post that stuff. Anyway, I think that's all I got for my ramble for this first video. I think I got 10 minutes, and then I gotta go get my kid, and then I gotta take him to soccer practice, and then I gotta make dinner, and then I have to straighten up the kitchen, and then maybe I can get back to work after that. It's a very busy life, but better than working in an office, I guess.